Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to our isolated city here in City Skylines. You guys seem to like the first episode so much and the idea and the concept that we are now back with a second. And I asked you guys for a name suggestion for our brand new island, and kind of seen that I referenced the film Castaway in the first episode. One of the most liked comments on the previous episode was, you should name the place Wilson Island after the ball in Castaway, since there is a face on the island. And I thought to myself, oh my goodness me, that is so true. Not only was Wilson your boy's best friend on the isolated island in Castaway, this island does have a face. It is Wilson 2.0. Wilson reborn. So Dr. Doom, I appreciate your comment right there. A lot of people did agree with you, and that is what we're gonna name it. So guys, welcome back, as today we do continue the series and the city. I'm gonna quickly rename it right now to Wilson Island. So Wilson Island. If you've never seen the film Castaway, watch it. What are you doing right now? It is one of my all-time favorite films of a man being stranded, best friend, a rugby. Is it a rugby ball or a football? Now I can't remember. It was a football, wasn't it? I think it was, or a rugby ball. See, I can't even remember. No, it was a football. But anyway, here we are, boys. Now, we have a lot of plans for this, and I did briefly mention that I want to do eventually a highway ring going around. This is the face. Oh. And I think if I'm to build the highway, I'm going to need to destroy a lot of groundworks when I eventually do it. So I thought to myself, why don't I kind of get the plans for the highway all up and running first as we move forward? That could be a really, really good idea. Now, before we do that, I do need to also start making some revenue within our brand new city, because without revenue, we've got no money. Without no money, we can't do no expansions. I could always change the tax prices, but sometimes I just don't like to mess around with that stuff. Leave it all by default. So I'm going to add in a nice big shopping district here. We're going to expand the shopping district and go quite large with it. I'm going to do some more residential kind of expansions going out too. So let's go for these rural little side roads, which I really, really do like. I'm kind of trying to add a little bit more to this area. Oh, wow! How did that go funky from day one? I don't know. So guys, if you are enjoying the series and want to see me more, smash that like button down below. Make sure you do subscribe so you get notified when more episodes do come out. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to extend by one more 10, move it all the way up and then cut it in and then push out, because once I build some type of highway in, we're going to have to start bending the grid format going around. But I don't want it too gritty. That's the thing though, I don't want this place too gritty. So get all of this residential zoning in just there. I'm going to quickly pause and delete this. And we'll come back to the power setup and see where it all kind of falls out. Add in more residential. Bam, bam, bam. So in terms of power then, it does connect to there. This connects to here. So what we'll do, we'll just do a line going up to there. And the power then is all back to being connected. So, fast forward this then. Get this rocking and rolling. And we do float between making money and losing money. Making money and losing money. So once we've truly established ourselves to be making money, we'll then set up our plans for the beginning of our highway. Now, once I do build the highway, and once you kind of just skedaddle around the island a bit more, I'm probably eventually going to remove this industrial area. It is polluting, which is not good. We're popping poo in here. He's not a happy chappy. It does look like a face, and that's like its hair right now, the sewage. He has poop for hair. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh, do we need to do more expansions with the water? Oh, the water treatment. The water capacity is looking a little bit low. We're going to have to add another little water tower in. So I'll get another small little puppy just there. There we go. That will see us through. Glorious. So yeah, I will eventually move the industrial further up and create like a more of a dedicated area for it. I just don't feel like I want it too close in the long run, but for now it is what it is. So it looks like we got some garbage issues over there. Hopefully we can get them solved pretty quick. What is the garbage issues like? I'm gonna have to invest in one more. So drop another one just down just there. And that should be okay. We're going to need some imports and exports soon as well. Otherwise, our industrial is going to be really slacking. But this is what we're gearing everything up towards. This is what we're gearing everything up towards right now. This is where it's all going to be leading to. So, pull it back into normal play mode. We've got quite a bit of money now coming in with all of our little expansions just there. So we've got to plan out then this highway situation. So it's not going to be a huge highway. It's not going to be like a 3-lane. I don't think it's going to be a 3-lane highway anyway. I think that might be a bit too optimistic. So I think I might just stick it to like a 2-lane highway to begin with. So a 2-lane highway. We're going to go with the road for that, which would be this. And I'm going to actually have it elevated, believe it or not. I want an elevated 2-lane highway tearing through. Now, if I come off here by a 10, and let's raise this up here by a 10. Why is it not going up? Oh, there we go. By a 10 there. So we're a 20 off the road layout down there. So if I'm going to bring it to there. Actually, I'm going to have to pause it because I'm going to be deleting power. So that's pretty good. And it will bend that way. This will come through here and then bend this way. So I want to kind of get it straight going over here because I need to set up some type of a turn-off area here. So having this go all the way through, which does get quite close to here. So I might also change that up a little bit. So if I come off a 10 off there, let's do another. Is that a 10 here? That's an 11. Right, if I do another, no, okay. The 10 markers there, let me flip that back around. So we can get this going over straight. And once it's gone over, we'll do a little bend to connect into there. And then we're going to have to do like some type of a big roundabout, a big turn off area here. Oh, it's going to... Do you know what? Actually, no. Scrap that idea. Scrap that idea. I'll redo that down below. We'll get this, because I want this to be my first little area for it. Let's do another 20. So I want it to be as efficient as I possibly can get it. So if I lead from then here going all the way back, this is quite expensive to build a structure like this. That's going to cost me 22,000. Like that. And this is where we're going to begin it. So that then will obviously, I'll probably delete back by a few. To there. The bend for this will then start. So get that there. Here to lead in that direction. So it kind of be like the spine, the backbone of the central island. This will eventually bend down to there, coming through. Which this will eventually be water. So we're going to kind of canal it in a way. Pass through and then go through there. So this would be the main way people get to and from certain areas. So this is going to be quite exciting. Now I could just do your standard slip road that goes on and off, but I feel like this is going to be overworked too much. So a roundabout might be in order. Which does mean then deleting all of this. So if I just delete to there. And delete you to there. There we go. And it will be parallel with this, so I can utilize this as being the roundabout area. So that road, which is a 4-lane road, one with trees. If I bring this now to about there. We'll have to anarchy it through, by the way. So if I anarchy it through, and I don't know if I can actually get like a middle point. There's not going to really be a middle point. So if I just get it to about here. We have a roundabout builder. Which I can add. Oh, it needs to be on an end point. Or something like there. Right, let me see what if I can work some magic here. Oh, it's not going to be perfectly central. Because the way that... Well, do you know what I could do? I can move a node over there. So bring that down to there. To there. Now, if I select this, can I move it? Yes. That is now central. That there is now central. So if I select you, and then move it. So that now lines up perfectly. And now I can get my roundabout down. Yay. So we're going to do it with a 3-lane. Even though the highway's 2-lane, this is 2-lane. We're going to do a 3-lane highway for the actual roundabout itself. So Highway road there. That should be the way to do it. We'll do about an 80. Is that going to be big enough? Is 80 big enough, or do I go by a big 100? See, that's a nice large roundabout that we can really utilize. We're going to go with the 100. Bam. Beautiful. So that is now very, very central. This will obviously bend round and connect in. We'll have slip roads coming off on both sides. I could even, at some point, if I wanted to, utilize or try and build an underpass to connect through so they can avoid this whole island together. But this should be adequate. It's nice and big. It's huge. It's round. It's going to be glorious. So now I've just got to build everything for it. So highway, we need to do our little slip roads right now. And we are going to have to pick a couple of spots. So if I go 10 there, or do I raise it? Or actually, I'll keep it all elevated, right? And then we'll do the margins ourselves and the elevation. So if I go to, so I do a 5 there, and I do a quick 5 there. So we are 12 off. Oh, is that good? Is that the best way to kind of figure it out? So is that... That's a 10. That's a 12, meaning you would kind of want it to be there, but it doesn't work that well. So I've now got to try and figure out, because the actual nodes for all of these are not perfectly aligned. So that there is a 12 to that. So we would do, I'm going to assume it's a 3 and then a 2. Yes. Okay, that is exactly how I need it then. So if I can also get this just right, a 5 there. So then, it's very complicated all this, isn't it? Yeah. Right, do I go for a 9? Let's go for a 9 bend in. And then how would this lead out? A 10? Oh, I'm just going to play around with a few different designs. A 10. 10. 10. 9. 9. So that's how we're going to work it. Hopefully this goes to plan. I'm just going to get this facing the right way round. I've done the highway facing the wrong way round as well. Right, we'll flip all that in just a minute. Alright, so that goes that way, that way. That goes that way, that way. So, flip all this around real quick. Not the end of the world. Oh, messed that one up there. Now, we have to upgrade this to a single file lane, because that's how lane math works. There we go, there we go. And if before I do all the bends and get it all connected, if I now just quickly do the alignments for the gradients, like that, there to there, add that in. It's a 5% gradient. Oh, okay, we haven't done that one there, which should be okay. Yeah, it should be perfectly fine. Should be perfectly fine. What have I messed up here then? So, just this one here. All I then got to do is select all of this and then just add in a little sweet little bend for each one. What am I selecting here? I don't know, but I've moved it. Whatever that is. What is that? Whatever it is, I've just now deleted it. I'm not sure what it was. So bend you in like that. Those slip roads there should be perfectly fine. That's a really good little start, isn't it? That should be a really, really good little start. So what I want to then do is then create little slip roads for this. So the 4-lane road leading into it. So if I bring this, put it back down to normal. So there is a 11. So if I do a 6, that should leave us with a 5. Then with the highway, if I do a 7 or a 6, let's do a 6 by a 6. Obviously one of them's got to be flipped around. And then kind of then try and bend it in. Or is that a bit too much? Do I have to move it back a bit? Or was that going to be okay anyway? I mean, that will be fine. Oh, wait. It's the wrong style. Oh, what's going on, boy? Oh, I don't know what his sound barrier is. I thought it was a bridge then for a second. So if I do them two there. Okay, bow them in a little bit. That works. Hopefully very well. Hopefully very well, he says. Now I could technically upgrade that to a 2-lane road, but I won't. Because it will just completely throw everything off. I won't do any lane management on the roundabout. There's no, to be honest with you, there's really no need to. Alright, so that there is a 4. So let me just come out by a 6. That's my full 10. So if I just do like this real quick, delete you, and then go back to this and do a 5. So I've got my 5 marker. So I just got to try and bend this road into it. So if I bring this out, that was by a 10 then. I don't know whether to bring it out by a 5. Just kind of give us that little bit of space to kind of play around with the bend a bit more. And add a little bit of a movement on it. That will work out fairly well. And do the same again. So highway. Get rid of you. So a 6 by a 6. Flip you around. A slight little bend to kind of create smoothness as it adds on. Right, there we go. Very simple, very basic, nothing too fancy. But this is the start of us running a highway through our island. Glorious. Absolutely glorious. So before we go anything right now, let me get the power lines all connected. I need to do I'll do all the lane management myself now as we play the game. So we do the lane management right now as they turn on and off on the actual highway itself. Oh, hang on. What have I done here? What have I done? I've got this the wrong way round altogether. Damn fool. Right, there we go. Right, back in business. Back in business, boys. There we go. Now, I'll just do it to these here. And to these here. And then we need to set the roundabout up. There we go. And making sure that everything's alright. So I need to add this on because sometimes they don't play ball with that. Here and here. But they can't drive on anywhere with the roundabout. So that one's toggled off as they enter the roundabout. So that should be all I need to do. Now, granted, all they can really do at the moment is go around the roundabout and off they go. They can even use it as a little bit of a U-turn if they want to. It's entirely up to them. But that's literally how it now goes down. So eventually we'll build a proper industrial area or extend the community in a different direction. And we have a solid highway connection, a solid highway that's going to be able to handle the transportation of everybody living on the island, which is going to be quite exciting. So that cost me a lot of money. It really did. It's now costing me money a week to run it. But if I'm to do a new industrial area, I think I would start it with a cargo harbour, which I kind of do want to have it kind of come in and be on the inner side. Is that weird of me? I don't know. But we'll see how it goes. So that's a good start. I'm going to be happy with that. Which it does mean I'm going to have to kind of switch some of this up. So what I'll do here, back to them rural side streets. Now that going up here is now technically a 20. So what I could do to kind of keep the same design, I could do a 10 by 10 bend. Bring it to here, which is slightly by an 11. I've got Anarchy on, haven't I? Yeah. Oh no, this is what's messing me up. Bam, there we go. Glorious. So you get to keep all that little stuff in. So extend further down. And the great thing about this is, because it's an elevated highway, we can have underpasses and it all works and it all kind of comes together. So I could bring this right down. I could have and utilize this as being a connection road to there. Because eventually I'm going to switch this all out. I'll probably still keep this kind of design in. But I don't quite know where the road is going to connect. So it's going to connect about there. Do you know what I'll do? I'll delete this back a little bit. Just so I've got some little kind of room to maneuver. So 17. So if I do it by a 7 there, I'm now a official 10 by 10 away. So 10 by 10. And that will now just run very smoothly down in that direction. Now it feels like I want to do the rest. That's actually quite an easy transition. So if I ran this up to here, where the last one kind of ended, and oh, we need more power. Now, is this also a 10 by 10? This is a 13 by 13, but you still get the same bend on it. And do I dare do one more? Makes me wonder, do I then add this in? Or do they all just kind of naturally fall in? Which then will make me want to do one more. Too many decisions right now. Too many decisions. Let me just get these pipe works a bit more further in. And we do need more power, which will... Oh, that's kind of a bit wonky. Which will solve the power issue in just a moment. We're going to go for something a little bit more alternative. So, again, if I just come out by a 10, run that down to there. We should find an easy match. 16 by 16. 19 by 19. And the highway is going to kind of compensate and bend the opposite way as it comes up and in. So that's going to be quite cool to see. That is going to be quite cool, which at the same point right now makes me want to kind of do that. You know what I mean? Just so I can kind of plan it all out. So let's get you to the same section just here. And I think we should start to bend it out and then have it run. A 10 there and a 10 there. Now obviously that's not going to play down too well. So if I just kind of cut it to here, extend out by 10 to there, and then bend it in for a little connection just there. How well is that going to go? Right, that's the maximum I can take it just here. There to there. There to there. See, that works, and off it goes up in that direction. It will just continue to kind of go around and bend. So I just want to know where it overpasses there so I can do my roads. That's all I wanted to know. That's all I wanted to know. So in reality, alright, let me get rid of this. In reality, we've got a little 20 there. So another 20 there, that's a 24. 20, just to cut through to kind of break up this alignment. We'll do another 20 there. Is that a 20? That's a 17. 20. Bam. 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 See, I could use that to cut through, but I feel like it's a bit... Oh, I can get this to bend up and... Where's the next 20? That's 21. So it's there, right? That's a 19. Oh, it's right awkwardly between the two, which I can't get. Well, I could probably get if I anarchy'd it. Yeah, so you gotta anarchy it to get it as it bends round. Maybe I can get this road here to kind of be the connection point for this. So an 18, so if I bring it out by an 8, right, bring it out by an 8, and then that there should just be your standard 10 by 10. Oh, look at how it all kind of falls together. Isn't this beautiful? It's too beautiful, guys. It is too beautiful. Which opens up this nice little kind of section here, which you can do some really cool stuff with, but I feel like what I should do is kind of rule it out. I've gone very... I literally said I'm not going to go too gritty, and what have I done? I've gone very gritty. So I need to kind of get away with this right now with little miniature cul-de-sacs coming out. I'm going to do 5s on all of these. There we go. I'll do another little 5 just there. Five underneath. Cul-de-sacville, as we're going to call that there. Bring that out by 5 there. Do it here as well. It's a good little start. So I'm loving this. And then about here, we'll do another highway connection to get on and off. They're sort of not all heavily relying on this. But this is great, right? It's real good. Now, they were complaining about the power, which I'm going to assume right now we're consuming a little bit more than we're producing. So we've got to think about, logically then, how we can move forward with power. I can't keep using wind turbines. I got to go something for a bit more oomph. I don't want to keep polluting the sea. So I don't want to, or I say the sea, the land as well. So I don't really want to go for like coal or industrial. I don't want to pollute the sea full stop, so eventually I'm going to change it anyway. I'm thinking solar. It is a tropical little paradise island right now, so solar power would probably be the one. For now, I'll place it down. Actually, how expensive is it? 80 grand. How much a week? Oh my goodness me. Right, we can definitely do some expansions anyway. But if I place it here, for now, one, that will give me all the power I need. 2, green energy. I'll eventually move it when we build a new area for the industrial. So that's now got all the power, so we continue to grow. And we do have a nice little industrial demand as well, which they're not going to like it too much just because I don't have the imports and exports available for it just yet. So they're not going to like the fact that I'm placing more of it down. Alright, so we'll do a little bit of... Oh, I don't know how to do the next set of commercial, to be honest with you. But I know I'm going to start expanding in this direction. So maybe it all comes from this. But at the same time, I don't want to stay too gritty. So I might... Actually, I'll scrap that for the next time, or the next episode that we do. But if I... What is that there? That should be a 5, right? Is it a 5 or a 10? It's a 10. So if I do another 10, and then close all this off there with your standard gridded effect. But like I said, I kind of do want to slowly get away with it. And at some point we're going to have the end happen, which then the only overpass will be the highway. So I need to decide where that's going to be and where it's going to take place. So if I just use this road to be like a little marker point. So if I did a 60, I know I've got to be at least a 30 wide for cargo ships. But I could do a 60 to go like the double side of it. So if I do this, do a 60, do that, and then that, I know that this gap here, I'm eventually going to turn into a canal strip. And the only way to get over it would be the highway, so that becomes very, very important. Unless we utilize more and more kind of like boats and stuff like that. So if I bring this down to here, bring you down to here, I'm just kind of planning out the rest of this on where the end wall was going to take place and where I will then end all of this alignment coming in. So I could maybe connect that to a road just like that. I don't want to do too many straight lines, but I'm going to stagger these. If I deleted you, we'll do it where this one connects to there. Wait, hold on. Are they not? They're 10. So that one connects to there. That one connects to there. That one connects to there. And then that one comes down to here. So I'm going to create like a little bit of a wave leading down here, which I think will be quite nice. So if I do a 10, a 10, a 10, and a 10. Interesting. Connection this off, so there to there. And we'll go maximum on the connection. Maximum on the connection there, as much as I can add to the bend. So, to some degree, there's still going to be like a 10 spacing moving all the way down. There we go. Oh, I'm missing my last one here, aren't I? Which will be here. Oh, that's pretty cool. I like this. I do like it. And it's going to run to the edge of the beach, which I'm thinking about doing some like beachfront properties and whatnot. But this would be a really nice way to kind of end this area off before the canal water bridge starts, whatever you want to call it. Bam! The waves, boys, the waves. So once that goes in and it looks all wavy there, it's going to bring this area together. It really will. So that will then pass over. Probably from like here and then join it there as it kind of bends down. That would be the only way for a vehicle to cross anyway, unless I build an underground tunnel. All tunnels are underground, you know what I mean. Or I do other routes, public transport routes like an underground metro. I don't know. I can't predict the future just yet. But that's how we could potentially do it. Which could then lead me on now then to having that commercial demand, building a little bit of a commercial area just here. Just for the potential residents living around there. And I will eventually connect like little walkable paths as well. But I'll save that. I'll save it. But this is a good start. Okay. Very good start right now with the expansions. Oh, how long have we needed water over here? I do apologize, guys. I do apologize. But we definitely need some exportation right now. We definitely 100% need some exportation. But it's just a case of now getting some money into our pockets. So the park does pretty well. The park does do pretty well right now in terms of earning revenue. We're gonna let those new expansions kind of come in and settle in. And we're going to have to provide some type of education as well. So this little dead area space here, I wonder if I can just kind of kill off that area there and just there. And potentially squeeze a little elementary school in. So nice, it cost me 10,000 big ones. I got 91 grand in the bank left. But a nice little school just there. And we'll add in... Do I want to add in a little path? Because they're walking down there, they've got to walk all the way around, but I don't see the harm in that. Also, that street's called Foggy Street. Where'd you go to school? Oh, I go to school on Foggy Street. That's hilarious. That truly is. Some trees then. I need to get that tree brush thing back that I, the tree mod that I originally had. There's a lot of mods that I've kind of lost in the process of refreshing everything. I'll get some trees down here. Just bulk that area up a bit more. Very good, sir. Very good. So, Wilson Island, you ain't looking too shabby, mate. You ain't looking too shabby. You really ain't. Water. Oh, this needs to be extended a bit more. Just at there. There we go. Now, the question is, when it comes to this, do I key wall it? The answer probably is yes. Or I ain't going to canal boat it because I want to get cargo ships coming through. I could key wall it to keep it nice and simple and come like 10 off, or I could do like a 5 off, which would be something like that as they pass through. Or I could keep it au natural and then like it becomes like a little mini beach on either side there. What do you reckon? Do I beach it? Key wall it? Or what? If you've got any suggestions for that, please let me know in the comment section down below. But that will be fairly interesting. Yeah. We'll see how that plays out. We'll see how it plays out. Right, so we ain't looking too shabby so far. But I do think we'll end it here for now. It's only a short little episode compared to what I normally do. But basically, right, we need to gear up and plan ourselves to, one, creating this gap here to allow cargo ships to come in. That's going to then allow me to build a harbour somewhere on the inside for cargo. And then wherever you place it, say, for example, I placed it here, for example. It probably won't go there, but say I did it there. We'll also have an entry here as well for the water. But say I place it there. Build an industrial area here, meaning then my highway will extend all the way up to there and be able to get to it. Because I don't want this too close to all the residential. Once all the pollution here has disappeared, it would be eventually, again, more residential. But we've got this solid highway connection then, getting people to and from work, which is really, really good. Need the imports and exports, otherwise it's going to be very, very difficult to grow our economy. And I've got to get rid of all this pollution as well. So at some point, we need to build a water treatment plant. 100% we need to do that. So big plans coming up. I'm really excited. If you guys are, smash that like button down below. And until next time, I'll see you all soon. So good.